Processed Foods India, set to serve the global food palette. For centuries, Indian foods have fascinated the world. Over 500 years ago, the quest for Indian spices made adventurers like Columbus, Vasco da Gama and others set out to search for new sourcing routes from India. This search influenced the history of the world for next 5 centuries. Now, history is about to repeat itself. New quest for cuisine from India. And that too not only for Indian but also Chinese, Italian, Thai, Japanese and all kinds of global cuisine from India. On one hand, the global market is ready as consumers continue to seek variety and are trying new cuisines. Tastes are internationalizing. Cost pressures are driving retailers and manufacturers to seek new and cost-effective sourcing options. Markets accept brand India across many product categories. On the other, India's muscular little processed food sector is poised to grow into a behemoth as it offers the world with a possible 50 million tons per annum of exportable surplus of horticulture produce available in the next few years. Processed foods from India is a snowball waiting to turn into an avalanche which no one, buyers, sellers and governments can ignore. And the pioneers have already started getting into the act. Walmart, Tesco, Carrefour, Metro, Auchan are some who are strengthening the sourcing of foods from India. And Indian players are gearing up to be world-class from India. Advantage India. Variety to supply to the world. Variety and abundance of raw material. Not only is India a large producer, it has exportable service packed. Largest variety of food ingredients available to suit international cuisine. Largest variety of local snack foods. Variety of both Indian and international cuisine. Variety of price points for every product. Variety of packaging options, variety of technical skills available across subsectors. Reaping and harvesting India. With over 400,000 units of all sizes involved in processed foods, of which 8,000 are registered units, the sector offers products in over 30 categories to serve virtually every food occasion from breakfast to bed. Flowing and glowing India. India is the largest milk producer in the world at over 100 million tons, and about 15% of the total milk production is processed through the organized sector. Dairy development in India is acknowledged as one of the most successful developmental programs in the world. The ripening and spicing India. The fruit drink segment is ripe for plucking at $300.67 million. The juice and juice drink category is among the fastest growing segments of the approximately $2.38 billion. It is the largest consumer and exporter of spices with over 9,500 species of aromatic and medicinal plants documented. Catching and hatching India. India has large marine product and processing potential with varied fish resources along the 8,041 km long coastline, 28,000 kilometers of rivers and millions of hectares of reservoirs and brackish water. India produces 413 million broilers and 43 billion eggs annually. Splashing and cashing India. In the next 50 years, India's growing wine industry is likely to challenge the supremacy of traditional wine-making countries. India already accounts for 17% animals, 12% plants, 10% fish genetic resources of the globe. In livestock sector, 16% of the cattle, 57% of the buffaloes, 17% of the goat and 5% of the sheep population of the world is in India. India is already second largest producer of the fruits and vegetables in the world with 160 million tons production. We are the highest producer of milk, 100 billion liters, fifth largest producer of eggs in the world, sixth largest producer of fish. India is comparatively cheaper workforce, low cost to produce, liberalized overall policy regime with specific incentives provide a very conducive environment for investments and exports in the sector. Infrastructure improvements over the last few years, setting up of Food Safety Authority, setting up of testing labs, availability of track and trace systems, and India's position in the Codex are further pieces of the jigsaw which have come together to make India poised. To facilitate investment, the Government of India too has taken up many steps to catalyze direct investments in this sector, like declaration of food processing as priority sector, withdrawal of reservations for small-scale industries, liberalization of mandi, terminal market, laws and moving towards uniform APMC acts across states, 100% FDI in food, F&V and dairy, and logistics and infrastructure. Moving towards a more uniform VAT, moving from revenue subsidies to capital subsidies at the farm level. As a result, investments to the tune of $23.5 billion are in the pipeline to be made in the food processing industry over the next 3 years. Beyond tastes and costs, India offers an advantage that no one country can offer: variety.